839 Oswego Road in Liverpool, New York, literally down the street from Liverpool High School. You can stand at the corner at the light of Wetzel Road and Route 57 and look right down the road over here and you can see Liverpool High School. So happy to be here in your backyard at Avicolli's with some awesome food, always great conversation. And as we celebrate Liverpool every single month, today we are celebrating Liverpool Varsity Boys Bowling. You heard part one, and now we have Mr. Kaden Lake here with us, and we have head coach Greg Roth. So please give them a round of applause, show them some love as they get set for the postseason. So Kaden, we already heard that you get trusted with the Aux. Were you surprised that your teammate Tanner said that you're the music guy when it comes to a road trip?
Probably not really surprised. I mean, Tanner's like seen what I've been listening to before, and sometimes we share some headphones when he forgets his, so.
Okay. Now, were you always the person trusted with the music, or is this a new thing for you that you've become trusted?
I don't really know. I mean,
does your family let you handle the music in the car? Or no?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. So that's the thing, because your teammates do, but your family doesn't. So when you're in the car, what's your family listening to?
They're always listening to country.
The country?
Yeah.
Do you like country?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
So who's in control of the radio when your family's in the car?
You know, whoever's driving. They don't like to mess around with the controls.
Okay, so whoever is driving, you got country music on.
Yep.
What's your favorite country song?
Oof. Probably something by Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen? Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen Morgan Wallen in concert?
I have not.
You have not. I heard that it's a good it seems like that's the ticket that a lot of people want.
Yeah.
Luke Combs, Morgan Wallen, Jelly Roll.
I've seen Zach Bryan.
You saw Zach Bryan?
Or Luke Bryan, sorry.
Luke Bryan. So Luke Bryan, what's your favorite Luke Bryan song? Do you have one?
Put me on the spot here.
I did. Is he your favorite, Luke?
No.
Okay.
I can't think of one.
All right, but that's the one you saw in concert. Is that your most recent concert or no?
Yeah, it was over the summer.
Okay, all right. Now, was that Lakeview Amphitheater?
It was.
I've never been there, so how's the experience?
It's busy.
Is parking as bad as they say it is?
It is pretty bad.
Okay.
It's
That's
busy.
why I'm like, I've given them how many years to fix their parking, but
That's right.
it's still bad.
Yeah.
I got a solution for you when we get off air.
Okay, we have a solution
Yeah.
off the air
Yes.
from Coach. All right, Coach, how are you?
Coach is doing great.
So, Coach, you always have the energy, always smiling. Has this team ever seen you not smile?
Rarely, but occasionally mean Coach Roth comes out, but not very often. Usually I'm pretty level-headed, but I'm a school teacher too, and so I teach 6th grade up here at Sewell Road Middle School.
Yeah.
And after spending 6.5 hours with 11 and 12-year-olds that have a hard time being independent, and then to spend another hour and a half with these bowlers, occasionally Mr. Roth, Coach Roth loses his patience, but not very often.
So, what's it like teaching 6th grade at Sewell Road?
I love it. I teach 6th grade math, and math doesn't really change that much. So I have a pretty set routine with what I'm doing, and the kids are pretty good for the most part. So I enjoy it.
What's the toughest, 6th grade math, what's the toughest thing that you're teaching them?
So the next unit we're going into is going to be algebra, where we have to solve for the missing variable.
Okay.
And then we do get to where we have very basic beginnings of 2 variable equations with an independent variable and a dependent variable. That's probably the most difficult thing that we do.
If your bowling team were to go back to 6th grade and take your math class, who do you think would get a perfect score?
Kaden Lake, without a doubt.
Okay. Kaden? All right,
Yeah.
Kaden, do you agree?
I think I do, yeah.
Is that your favorite class, math, or no?
Math, no.
What's your favorite?
Probably one of the sciences.
If you had to pick one science to study forever and one science to never, ever have to take again, give me the one that you would study forever and the one that you would get rid of.
I would study biology and get rid of chemistry.
Biology and get rid of chemistry.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Now you haven't taken physics, or you have taken physics?
I have not taken physics.
Okay, well, if if you can find your way to not do that, I would suggest don't take this.
Yeah.
Now, listen, my thing about physics. It's very complicated, but see, we live in the state of New York. So my whole thing was they told us if you get a certain score of your teacher's final, you didn't have to take the regents. I don't know how I got a 90, whatever I got, but I did not have to take the regents for physics. But then I went into college and we had to take 2 sciences, and I wanted to, change it up, do something different. So I took intro to astronomy, not knowing that it was physics. And like the numbers are so, pun fully intended, astronomical, that they're so big that they create the AU, the astronomical unit, because if we went by like feet or meters or miles or whatever, it would be too long and too crazy of a number. So they actually had to create a number for space for us to learn from, which was wild. So what's the toughest class you ever took, Coach?
Ooh, good question.
Well,
Well,
we're putting a student and student.
I went to Penn State University down in Pennsylvania, so I'm a Pennsylvania boy. And I did my undergrad in recreation and parks. So I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going to purposely not answer your question. One of my easiest classes was how to teach kids games, how to be a leader of games. I had a whole class where I had to come up with a portfolio of icebreakers, individual games, group games, and I got a 3-credit class for that of just leading games. And then in the class we would lead 20 other kids in the class on how to play the game.
Well, I had a coaching class in college where we spent half of it learning basketball, which I played all my life, and the other half learning softball. And I got 3 credits for that one too.
Yep.
Like that was a pretty awesome class. And I had a class called Film and Society, and our job was to get up on a Thursday morning at 8 a.m. and watch old movies.
Okay.
That was all we had to do.
Yeah.
So there's some good classes.
There are some great classes.
You're a Penn State.
I'm a
grad.
Penn State guy. Yeah,
So-
my dad worked in athletics there for 34 years.
All right.
So I definitely grew up in the Joe Paterno era and went to school actually with his son at State College High School. He was a year ahead of me, and then we went to college together too. So yep.
So you are a Penn State fan through
Through and through. I was at the first ever college playoff game at Beaver Stadium last year in December against SMU. So my parents still have season tickets. We get down there for quite a few games each year.
So I'm going to tell you something you didn't know.
Okay.
We were both there together.
Really?
Yeah. I was covering that game
Okay.
for Wake Up Call for my show, College Football Playoff. First round, SMU, who I cover very thoroughly, and so in the American, now in the ACC. So I was there covering SMU, Penn State. It was my first time at Beaver Stadium.
Yep.
Crazy atmosphere, 106,000 fans.
Nothing like it, right?
About 105,000 plus were
Yep.
Penn State fans.
Yep.
And I will say the media interview room that had a balcony that people could watch, like the whole experience being around James Franklin, Tom Allen, who I know his son, and getting to see him when he was there as D coordinator. I walked out of Penn State and I said, if college football is a Southern thing, then Penn State has a Southern zip code.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It's a crazy atmosphere.
It is. There's nothing like a whiteout either.
Well, and then it was there that
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
And it was 12 degrees outside.
Yep.
My hands were freezing. I had to walk to my car on like the rolling hills and all the snow and all that stuff. I remember taking off my gloves to shoot a video, and I couldn't feel my hands for like the 10 minutes that I had that. So that's crazy we were at the same game.
Yeah, how about that?
All right. So I'm going to ask you this about Kaden.
Okay.
If he were to play for Penn State football,
Yep.
what position would you put him at?
So Kaden has pretty good hands. I would probably make him a tight end. He knows good offense. He's good with his hands, but he's also a good blocker. He's a versatile kind of guy. So I would probably put him at tight end.
All right, fair enough. Kaden, they call this thing that you play soccer. They call it football everywhere else in the world. And then there's American football.
Yep.
So you tell me, being a footballer with the U, not the 2 O's, being a footballer, do you believe you could translate onto the football field of the American side?
Yeah, I think I could, but I don't know about at tight end.
Where would you put yourself?
I think that I could play some defense. I think I'd be a good cornerback.
Yeah, corner. I like it. I respect it. So, you know that your teammates have given some of their thoughts on the season. What is it about right now that makes you believe that Liverpool could hoist a trophy within the next couple of weeks?
I think that our attitude's really good. You know, Coach gave us a little speech about our attitude today at practice, and I think everyone's going to try and lift each other's spirits, and we're just going to get it done.
You said the attitude's really good. What is it about the attitude that's elevated?
We've kind of just learned to start cheering for each other. Every single good shot, even the bad ones, we're still lifting each other up.
So, are you the loudest team when you're facing off against somebody? Are you louder than their support?
It depends who we're playing. I mean, we try, but there's some really loud teams out there.
Who is the loudest voice on this team right now?
It's probably Mikey sitting right in front of me.
Mikey? All right. Who's the quiet one that you have to like nudge and try to get them to say something?
It's Tanner probably.
Okay. Tanner, very soft-spoken. I appreciate it. I respect it. Tanner, is that a new bowling ball that's sitting in front of you right now?
Oh, yeah.
That is?
Just got it delivered.
Can we see it? I want a prop here. So this was delivered from where?
So this is Mackenzie Gill, who was on the team. She's a Liverpool graduate.
Yeah.
And she was on the girls' team, and she went to a couple state championships.
Yeah. Wow. So, shout out to, can we give Mackenzie a round of applause right now, please? So, this is sick. I want this for myself. This, I'm going to show the camera here. It's got the Autobot look here, and it says Transformer on it, Roto Grip here. So, this is nuts that it's got the Transformer. I mean, I don't know enough about this. Is that just like a company brand, or did you put this on here?
That's what's in the ball.
That's what's in the ball?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Every bowling ball has a core.
It has a core.
Yeah.
So this is the Transform. Oh, so that's the
That's the shape of the.
Oh. And so did you have Transformer put on here for you or no?
No, it's the name of the ball. It came out Monday.
It's the name of it?
It's the name of the ball. For Storm owns 900 Global and Rotogram. I currently am signed for Storm, so I bowl for Storm. I bowl under their name.
Okay.
Right now, that is the first ever bowling ball to be put out on their line where you can drill it asymmetrically and symmetrically. Normally, you can only find certain balls, and it will only be asymmetrical.
Yeah.
A solid asymmetrical or a solid symmetrical. That is the first where you can do both with it.
Hence the Transformer. That's
You
crazy.
can transform it into any way, shape, or form you want.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this, the color of it and the fact that it says Transformer, I just want it because I'm a child. And I just think this is awesome. This is heavy as all get out. So you're gonna
Is that
bowl
15
with this?
or 16? 15.
Are you bowling with this on Sunday?
Tomorrow in practice.
Tomorrow in
We're gonna
practice.
try it out for the first time. Yep.
Okay, and this was hand delivered from Mackenzie today.
From Rochester, too.
From Rochester. Did you have snow on the way up here?
So, my whole time on the thruway coming back, there was no snow at all.
Yeah.
I left Rochester, it was a whiteout. I got on the road, no snow at all. Got here, whiteout. And I'm like, great.
I'll tell you this, but God protected your travel right there. So the Transformer, I got to figure out how I can get Mackenzie to get me one of these. So, but good luck with this. Treat it well, okay?
Yeah.
So give Mackenzie a round of applause. Came all the way from Rochester. That's cool stuff right there. That's awesome. I legitimately just thought you were like a Transformer fan, and she did you a little solid, man. That's pretty cool. So, Kaden, do you have a favorite ball that you've ever bowled with? Is it the current one you got? What can you say about that?
Yeah, I like the current ball that I have. It's called the Infinite Physics, and it's pretty good. So
That's your favorite?
Yep.
What
and
color is it?
It's like a dark purple.
Dark purple. What?
I got one in the car.
You got one in the car? Oh my goodness. You're a car salesman. I'm buying. Look at this. I'm all in. So, Coach, do you have a favorite that you ever bowled with?
I do. I have a Storm a Storm IQ Tour Nano, and just so that's a symmetrical solid. And so the difference between symmetrical and asymmetrical. Symmetrical will tend to have a little bit more of a looping arc to it. A asymmetrical ball will go a little bit straighter, and then it will flip at the end and hook more significantly at the end.
And is there any like restrictions on what you can use?
There are some balls that are outlawed that you cannot use if you're bowling in a USBC tournament.
Okay. It's like a bat in Major League Baseball.
Right. So, and the one rule that they changed a couple years ago is for the two-handed bowlers specifically, is if they do not put their thumb in the ball, they cannot have a thumb hole. So two-handed bowlers typically only have their two finger holes, and that's it.
I can't have the thumb. Okay.
And they can't have the thumb hole.
So will there be someone at sectionals that's like going and checking stuff?
There is, yeah. There's officials, tournament directors. Mike O'Connell is the director. He'll be walking around double checking that. And the coaches, I mean, it's kind of on the honor system, but the coaches will check, with their own team and with the bowlers that we're bowling against on the other team. So, yep.
See, when I was a kid and I was bowling, we chose our balls based on what color we liked.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, I want the orange one or the green one. That's what I went with.
Yeah.
So, Coach, you've heard your student athletes talk about what their thoughts are on this season and heading towards sectionals. Overall takeaways that you've had so far this season?
So what I'm really excited about is we have we've grown this program from 6 years ago when I became the head coach. We had Tanner and Kyle and a bunch of younger guys who were like 8th graders when I started, and just over the years they have grown up and we've acquired more guys get into it and really develop over the years. This is the first year in 6 years where we've really had a possible championship caliber team where we have 3 seniors that start. We have another guy, JJ, who's a senior, who's our hype man. He's awesome. Got to give him some love. But then we also have some other guys that are 10th grade and 9th grade that really are stepping up and developing their game, that their averages are up in the 180s, and they're kind of filling into some other spots. So what I'm really excited about is we have a full lineup that literally, if we take one guy out who's struggling a little bit, I've got 3 more guys I can put in, and we're good to go. So we can compete with anybody.
And you talked about the fact that in sectionals you have the opportunity to sub. So have you kind of, I don't need you to give away any of the secret sauce, but have you kind of figured out your plan for this weekend?
So I have in my mind generally 4 or 5 starters that we're going to go with. We'll see how practice goes tomorrow. And then I have 3 younger guys who are going to come along that are not too far behind these guys in average, but can also make spares and score well. So we'll see how that goes. So after each game, if we feel like someone needs to sit out for a game and rest, we can do that.
Yeah, fair enough. Kaden, I'm going to go back to you for this. From the first moment that you picked up a bowling ball, do you remember how old you were?
I was, really young, probably around 3 to 5.
Okay. Was that a parental thing where they're like, hey, we want you to give this a shot?
Well, yeah, I mean, I see a ball, I don't really know what's going on. I'm going to go pick it up and throw it.
Yeah. So you're 3.
Yeah.
When did you fall in love with the sport?
Well, I kind of just did it for fun when I was younger, not very often. And then last year, I really started bowling a little before that, so I'd probably say then.
Okay, so best thing about your game, what biggest improvement that you've had from the first moment to right now?
Probably have gotten my rev rate and accuracy up.
Okay. What was the first thing you said?
And the 7 pin.
Rev rate. That's
Rev
the
rate.
amount of spin.
The amount of spin.
Yeah, when you were talking about it earlier, Mikey has the highest rev rate. They can measure it.
How did you get your rev rate up? What can you do for that?
It's kind of just the way that you release the ball and flick your hand.
How did you learn it? Somebody teach you? Did you teach yourself? Were you watching videos on it? Were your teammates just kind of saying, hey, try this thing that I do? How did you learn?
I've kind of seen other bowlers throw the ball, and then I kind of just had to teach myself. It's a feel your own, because everyone has a different release, so you kind of just have to feel it and figure it out on your own.
Best thing that Coach Roth has taught you up to this point?
Probably how to be a good leader and just a better person to other people.
And how did he teach you that?
By showing it himself and being a good example.
That's what leadership
So
is.
I'm going to jump in on that. So Kaden had a little injury over the weekend, and we had a match yesterday, and he was not able to bowl. So instead, he came along to the match anyhow, and he was the assistant coach. He was kind of supervising them while I was coaching the girls a little bit, and kind of stepped into the leadership role in that way. So I think that was a great shout out to him, and how he's kind of stepped into that role, and we kind of teach the kids how to coach each other. That coach, I can't be responsible and watch every single person bowl, so you got to help each other.
So, Kaden, for you, what did you learn stepping in as an assistant coach?
I learned that it's kind of tiring and hard what coach does every day.
Yeah.
You got to deal with these kids. Their emotions are all over the place. I mean,
So now maybe it helps you appreciate Coach a little bit more. Maybe you're a little easier on him now.
of course, yeah.
Okay. Tell me something besides what we just talked about. Tell me something good about Coach.
Something good about Coach. He's actually a good bowler himself. I know no one said that already, so
And we're both lefties.
it's true.
That didn't come up. Yep.
Nope.
So if there was a lefty battle, you and Coach.
Coach probably got me. He's got a lot more experience.
Okay. All right. What's the best game you bowled?
Best game I bowled ever, I think it was a 278.
That's incredible. Coach, you've gotten a 300.
One. Yep.
Yeah. When was that?
That was actually during COVID, 2020, because these guys 3D printed a ball holder for me that says 300 game and it has the date on it. It was right before Valentine's Day. So perfect game. Never forget it.
So they 3D printed this for you? Was this in class? Was this in school? Or where is this?
No, I think someone 3D printed it at home.
Oh, okay.
And then they gave it to me as
Who
an
has
award.
the 3D printer? They're not here? Do you guys know?
Who did it?
I'm not sure.
Was I still part of the team?
Could have been, yep.
I was going to say, whoever's got a 3D printer, that's pretty
Yeah,
incredible.
yeah.
So, tell me something good about Kaden besides what you've already said, Coach.
So what I love about Kaden is his maturity. He just has a very calm demeanor. He's punctual, he's thoughtful, and he's very respectful of his teammates. We try to preach about character qualities and character traits, and Kaden embodies what it means to be a good teammate. He's there to compliment others and really be there to support them. So I think that's one of his best attributes.
Well, and you're learning, so now that you've learned a little bit about the coaching side, Kaden, would you ever consider coaching when you're done playing?
I'd probably have to say absolutely not.
He really brought us up for the letdown on that.
Yeah.
It was like, I'd probably have to say, we're like, okay, 50-50, and then the knot came in.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, you get to throw me on the hot seat first. Kaden, what do you got?
All right. If you had to pick a walk-up song for your podcast, what would you pick?
Oh, man. So there's one, so this is funny. I said if I ever did my comedy tour and I did it in the Dome, that the song I would come out to is Put On by Young Jeezy, Put On for My City. And that's literally the welcome song for the Syracuse basketball team this year, which I think is hilarious.
That's cool.
But if I had to pick one for my show right now, I'd probably say, oh man, there's a bunch. I mean, I know it's been used a lot, but I was a big fan of this song before Glee and all these other places just played it like crazy. But Don't Stop Believing, because I had a lot of people count me out, and I counted myself in, and I honestly feel like at times I was just sitting in the dark with God, and he'd just snap his fingers, and there'd be a flame in between his fingers, and he's like, I'm going to show you how to get through this darkness. And yeah, so I'd say Don't Stop Believing.
All right, I like that.
My question back to you: if you took over my show today, and it was Wake Up Call with Kaden Lake. Who would be your 3 guests on the show and why?
Oof. All right.
Are these local people or anybody?
Anybody you want,
Okay.
living or dead.
Okay.
First, I would have to have Jesus on the hot seat.
You said Jesus on
Yeah,
the hot seat?
yeah.
Okay, all right. What would you ask him?
That's a tough question. I'm not sure.
Not sure. Okay, well, you picked him.
And then
Okay.
I would interview maybe Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Okay.
Yeah.
One more.
And then last person I would interview Pele.
Pele.
Yeah.
So Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
The Rock, and Pele.
Yeah.
I would watch that show. I really would. I'd have to let you take the rest of the week. I'd probably just take the week off, see what else you got.
All right.
All right, Coach, what do you got for me?
So, all right, we'll keep it in that realm. So, if there was a famous person who is no longer living, who would you interview that you have not gotten a chance to interview? Who would you bring back from the dead to be able to have on your show?
There's a lot, but the first one that comes to my mind is somebody that I would love to spend 24 hours with to just, I'd try to make him laugh. And that would be myself in a car all day with Robin Williams.
Oh my God, yeah. Yep.
I love Robin. When Robin passed away, it like genuinely felt like my uncle died. I had to pull in, park in this parking lot, and I had to just sit there. I had to look it up because I didn't want to believe it. I was like sick to my stomach. But I mean, I've loved making people laugh my whole life, and I feel like I started watching him when I was maybe 4 years old.
Are you old enough to go back to the Mork and Mindy days?
That I was just about to say, that was the first, I think, live action thing my parents let me watch was
yeah.
Mork and Mindy, and I actually have this series on DVD.
No kidding.
I do.
Yeah.
Nanu, I got it. So, all right. So my question back to you, Coach.
Yes.
All right. If you could fill a dinner table of 3 seats with 3 people that have passed on that you could have dinner with, who would they be and why?
3 people. I always thought it would be pretty cool to have dinner with Abraham Lincoln. I think that he was a visionary, so I would definitely put Abraham Lincoln as one.
Okay.
Let's see. Number 2. Oh, Elvis Presley. You got to have Elvis in the house.
True.
That would be pretty cool. Love to talk to him. And let me see. Who else? Who? Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Who else would I interview? Who else would I have to dinner?
Abraham Lincoln, Elvis Presley,
And I'm drawing a blank here. I got nothing.
you got nothing? All right. So Elvis and Abraham.
Yeah. We can just have dinner with 3.
Okay.
Sure.
So if there was a topic to start off dinner that the 3 of you would talk about, what topic would you start dinner with?
I would probably want to poke at Abraham to see, you know, did you come up with, or how brave are you to try to lead our country in a very difficult time where there was half our country split over the issue of slavery, and how did you stick to what your vision of our country should be?
Funny that you say that, because Abraham was on my list of people deceased that I would talk to. And I've said before, I would want to stand with him at the window while he was looking out and it was raining, and I would say, how do you know you're doing the right thing when half the country thinks you're wrong?
Yep. Absolutely.
And in a weird, funky way, I kind of feel like we're split again. And I think we need some Abraham Lincolns to step up and try to bring this thing back to morality and kindness and generosity. It's funny, we could literally change the world overnight if everyone just decided to pay it forward and do something nice for somebody. And you know, people say that all this stuff is contagious, but so is being a good human. Love is contagious.
Yep.
Kindness is contagious. Generosity. So if we want to change the world, what do they say? If we don't learn from history, we're doomed to repeat it.
Absolutely.
Well,
Yes.
we're here right now in a divided country, and we need to start maybe looking back and seeing what didn't work and what did, and what's the benefit of killing your brother. So,
Yep.
with that being said, we bowl, we talk about life, we interview Elvis and Jesus, and we have a good time. Kaden Lake, head coach Greg Roth, myself, Dan Tortora, celebrating Liverpool Varsity Boys Bowling. We're sending them off to strike and spare, and we are giving them our love and support this weekend. We hope you'll go out and see them. And as always, come here to Avicolli's every month for Liverpool Athletics. Stay safe, be well, and as we always say on Wake Up Call, God bless, no stress, do your best. We'll talk soon.
Dan,
you so
thank
much,
you very
sir.
much. Appreciate the
it. Give them
time.
a round of applause one more time for these guys. Thank you so much.